I'll never forget the day my buddy from college, Mark Wayner, gave me a call. For the last few years, and was well on his way to making a name for himself after successfully executing several reality TV shows, all of which did exceptionally well. At the time, I was down on my luck. My girlfriend of 4 years, Tracy, had broken up with me. I was living in an apartment. When Mark called, it felt like a hand was reaching down and saving me from my terrible existence, rescuing me from my sweltering studio apartment with no AC, my jerk boss with bad breath and a greasy comb-over, and even my friends who I'd come to resent over the years with their silicone wives and Adderall-filled children. He was working on a new show, which he pitched as a survival show, similar to Alone, but extreme. He went on to tell me that they would drop 5 participants off the coast of Maine on a series of abandoned islands. The islands would be strung up with video equipment designed to catch the survivalists' every move. What made this show different was that there would be no emergency extractions, no check-ins, no medical examinations. Mark and his team would come out once a month to see if anyone was ready to tap, but besides that, the participants were completely on their own. The last person standing would win $1 million. "I fully expect someone to die," said Mark with glee over the phone. "It'll make great television." Where did I come in? Mark said he would pay me almost double what I was making at the moment to be his assistant on set for me, and he wanted someone who he could hang out with for possibly 6 months. We were to be based along with the rest of the production team in Blue Harbor, a small coastal village with a population under 2,000. I readily agreed, packing up my suitcase and cancelling my lease, letting her know that I was leaving. I was left unread with no reply. What happened to this day? Almost 6 years later, I still wake up to the nightmares. Anxious, my sheets soaked. Sometimes I will be doing a random task like normal and it will hit me, becoming paralysed with guilt. I can still see their faces sometimes. The network terminated the official footage for the show. They would have been deemed monsters if they ever aired what happened. I still have the collection of SD cards for what, but I don't have the stomach to look at it again. I flew to Portland, driving a cheap rental car to Blue Harbor. The participants were already there, on day 5 of an extensive boot camp before heading to their individual sites. There were 5 people in total. Peter was the oldest of the bunch, a former merchant marine, nearly 60 with a wealth of military experience. Nate was the second oldest and almost 48. Having worked on Wall Street for most of his life, a midlife crisis changed his life. After divorcing his wife, he went along with his 24-year-old girlfriend, moved up to a commune in Vermont to reconnect with nature. The youngest was named Jimmy, a fresh-faced college graduate who studied primitive living. There were 2 women. Leanne was a herbalist who grew up on a Navajo reservation and now lived off the grid on the border of Washington and Canada. The last member of the group was Clara, a mom of 2 boys under 3 and a breast cancer survivor. She had a fierce look about her and, according to her bio, was desperate to win the money. For their last night on the mainland, we took the participants to the only restaurant in Blue Harbor, a rundown joint called The Weller. It was a warm fall night and we all drank and ate heartily. I was sat next to Clara, who polished off 2 cheeseburgers and